Hello, everyone. Week 3, English 1101, the spring 2021 semester. This week we're starting our narrative essays. So all the information you should need should be in the week 3 folder. Remember, you'll have about 2 weeks to work on it. So get started on it this week. Uh, Take a look at the instructions. Pick your topic. I've got a list of topics in the instructions that you can choose from, but you're not limited to those. What I'm looking for in these narrative essays is two major things. One, is there a good conflict in there? That conflict can be within yourself. That conflict can be from another person. That conflict can be from Mother Nature. That conflict can be from whatever. But there has to be a conflict, which is a problem that has to be overcome or solved in order to get whatever it is you need or want. And the second thing I'm looking for is, what did you learn from this experience, or how did this experience change you? Right? A good conflict, there is some sort of change or some sort of a lesson that comes to the person that's experiencing it. So you are the protagonist. It's a personal narrative. So you're the protagonist. And then, there may be adversaries. It can be parents. It can be friends. It can be whatever. Okay. So go ahead and get started writing that narrative this week. There is a quiz on narration that is based on the chapter reading, and I think maybe even the slideshow that I've got in there as well. But definitely on the chapter reading out of our textbook. And then there's Salvation. Salvation is a personal narrative that came from Langston Hughes. And you'll probably see Langston Hughes again in your English 1102 classes when you get to study the Harlem Renaissance. Or if you take American Lit 2, there's a good chance you may encounter Langston Hughes there as well. So with Langston Hughes, he's telling a story that changed his life when he was about 12 going on 13, I think is the way he put it. So he was almost 13 years old. He goes to a church revival because his aunt, who was raising him at the time, takes him there. And something happens there that's going to completely change his outlook in life. So go ahead and read that, and then there's a quiz on that as well. The reason I want you to see that is because there's a lot of things about salvation that make it a very good narrative. It takes place in a very short period of time. This particular one has a single setting, which is best. There's lots of conflict. He's getting both peer pressure and he's got the inner conflict. So these are things that I want you to pay attention to as you're reading Salvation. So that's it. This is the narrative week 1. Your final draft won't be due till next week, but certainly don't wait until the last minute. And if you want me to look over an early draft and give you some feedback on that, I'd be glad to do that. If you're in my English 999 class, you're already going to do that anyway in the Dropbox over there. But if you are not in my English 999 class, if you're in another English 999 class, then hopefully that teacher will help you out there. Or either way, you can email me and I will look it over and I'll give you some thoughts. So that's it for week 3 of this semester.